In this video, we're about to unbox the Uninet iColor 650 in an unboxing video, but not your typical unboxing video. How you guys doing? My name is Stan Banks from T-Shirts Side Hustle, and I help people start t-shirt businesses from home, wherever you're at. And like I said, man, we're about to unbox this beautiful machine right here and have a conversation that should be being had right now in the entire white toner community. And we're gonna get to it right after the intro. All right, so today we're gonna be talking white toner. Okay, let's jump right into it. But before we do, you guys know what you do for me. I need you to like this video, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because I make videos like this all the time. Yes, I mean all the time. So, like I said in the intro, guys, today we are talking white toner, and we got the unboxing of the 650 right here. And we're gonna have a different kind of unboxing today. I'm gonna get everything out of these boxes here, but I really wanna have a conversation about what conversation should actually be being had when it comes to white toner, all right? White toner is one of those print methods on the market right now that it had a hot run and then it kind of died out, and now it's kind of just lingering along, waiting to see what happens pretty much when it comes to the DTF market and what's available. I'm actually gonna save that one for last. This thing is a big machine, moving it. I pretty much dragged it everywhere I had to go, minus putting it up into the car when it got delivered. But pretty much what's going on here is now I wanted to kind of figure out what exactly is the value that white toner has in the market today. So I attended an event called the White Toners Expo in New York. Myself and some other people. I took my boy Tavin, Mr. T-Shirt, up there with me. Well, he lived up there, so I kind of took him to the event with me. And I wanted to see exactly what was going on with this machine and what all this equipment actually kind of had in store for us and what was actually possible with this piece of equipment. Listen, guys, I know white toner has a very, very high price tag, so it may not be for you right at this moment. But what if I told you you can get started with white toner for under 600 bucks, right? If that's something you'll be interested in, let me know down in the comments below. Comment convert white toner. All right, convert white toner. Back to the video. One thing I know is that there are a ton of people with some form of white toner, not just Uninet iColor, but the entire white toner market. And there's people that love it and there's people that hate it. And throughout my research, I also see there's a huge used market when it comes to this piece of equipment. So I'm not here today to tell you guys to go out and buy a white toner. I'm here today to try to figure out what exactly is the value of this piece of equipment. And in my research, I found out that it pretty much comes down to three things. And that's what I wanted to talk or make the main point of this video. All right. The first thing that I figured out after talking to a bunch of users at the actual event was that there's actually a learning curve to the equipment. Okay. That's the first thing that people get hung up on and get caught on, is the actual learning curve that it takes. Now, one of the things I'm going to tell you guys is that no matter what piece of equipment you decide to get, you're going to have to learn, okay? You go out and you purchase a DTF machine, you're going to have to learn. You go out and purchase a DTG machine, you're going to have to learn. You go out and purchase screen print equipment, you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to put some time and effort in to figuring out and understanding that technology and what goes into it. Too many of us wanna open something out the box, and I get it. We get spoiled with craft cutters like the Cricut, like the Cameo, like the Romeo. Too many of us get things and expect to open up out the box and for it to work right away, okay? Unfortunately, the higher end of this industry, of this business, it just simply doesn't work like that, okay? So if that's what you want, I suggest you keep buying transfers. And if you want to buy transfers, I suggest you get it from marathon.supply. Use it marathon.tshirtsidehustle.com, and that will be where I suggest you get it. Or these heat presses, this machine, whatever you want to get, shameless plug there. I suggest that you get it from Marathon, okay? Now, moving on to the next thing. One of the things that I also realized from this event is the intended use. I went around this event and I looked at all of these great examples of how this machine is used, all of the great use case scenarios that went around, all of the great artwork that was breaking down and the black was being pulled out of these beautiful photos and printed really, really large and different things like that. But what it also came down to the fact is we use the machine one way in this specific market and industry, and the intended or the best case scenarios that are being put out are completely different than how we use it. For example, we are not taking black and white photos of Albert Einstein, blowing them up, removing the black, and putting this great black and white photo onto a t-shirt. That's not typically how we're using it. We're using this equipment to put some business logos on shirts and different things like that for birthdays, businesses, memorials, whatever else there may be. And that may not always be the best case intended use for the equipment, okay? So let me get this machine out the box, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about artwork. So let me pull this out, kind of deep down in there, see if I can. I don't trust this bag, so let's see what we get here. Probably wasn't the best way to put this thing down, but it's down. Safe and sound. Now let me clean up a little bit, and then we're gonna get back to this conversation. All right, so I'm talking about how the company sees this machine being used, and I'm talking about how we as a community are actually using this piece of equipment, okay? So, one of the things that I realized very, very early on is that white toner is capable of so much more than t-shirts. While it does t-shirts, it also does so much more, all right? And with that being said, there's other markets that this machine will be great in, and I could see that right away. But for us t-shirt owners out here, t-shirt business owners, I should say, we may not be going into some of these markets. So there's a piece of this that says, so many people have this technology and equipment. They're using it one way. The company sees it being used another. I look at the people who have been successful with this equipment, like Rich from Hustle Ninjas, like Richie from Branded Empires, who've had the actual biggest model that they actually had, which is the 800. And why are some people successful and why are some people not successful when it comes to using some different technologies, okay? And it comes down to the intended use, right? I think this is great if you got a bunch of designs on Etsy, which is where those two guys were successful with this equipment at, and they are being used for like one-time usage, right? So I got 10 shirts to do right now for thing 1, thing 2, thing 8, grandpa of all things and grandma of all things, which is great for this, right? One-time usage just off the bat, right? One of the main misconceptions is the last thing I'm talking about, but it's product durability. But in general, the intended use of it, which is also gonna come back to artwork and how we handle art. So not only do you got the physical learning curve of trying to figure out how to marry sheets and get the machine running and knowing what's going on, and you're gonna have to go through a learning curve, like I said, no matter what technology you use, but also now you need to know and understand artwork and how to do the things that are possible, which means you gotta go through some education. Now, here's the other point that I get into. This thing comes with a 5-hour masterclass that was put together by Richie on his own and brought back into the company. Now it comes with every piece of equipment that they sell, which is freaking awesome, right? But I also think that we need some short tutorials, and we need to know how to get this thing up and running and successful, the perfect formula right away without going through a 10-hour masterclass, which is where I feel like I come in, right? And the reason that I was okay with having this machine or getting this machine at this given moment was really to support the people who've already got it or who decide that this is actually for their business. First and foremost, I don't think you guys should be making any purchases that don't fit your business model. And if you don't understand or don't know if it fits your business model, make sure you hit me up via email, hit me up via DMs on Instagram, book a consultation. Let's figure out where you are in your business, where you want to go. You can visit me at tshirtsasu.com, but you got to make the purchase that's going to fit your business model, not just going out here and buying impulse off your impulse because some person who's never sold t-shirts that works at some company as a salesman or whatever the case is, and they did a company did a comparison of this versus that, and they've never sold a t-shirt in their life, okay? So make sure you're making purchases based on your business model. All right, so that covers the intended use, and you're gonna have a learning curve with artwork no matter what piece of equipment you get. So I suggest you guys just start to learn artwork. Get into real programs. I get it. You can cut corners with Kittle. You can cut corners with Canva. You can cut corners with all of this stuff. But if you're going to go deeper into this industry, I'm going to tell you the truth. Some of these programs that you're going to have to use look like they've been created in Windows 95. Okay? So the last thing that we need to know and we need to understand is going to come down to product durability. Product durability is something also that I can help you guys with, or that I can figure out. And it's also something that I suggest that Uninet eye color also helps. When you got so many options as to what paper you can use and so many variables, you become paralyzed by analysis, or you get how do I put this? Or you get kind of consumed with paralysis by analysis. There we go, right? And what that means is there's so many options for papers. There's so many options for just combinations of things that you can use with this piece of equipment or that piece of equipment that it all, one, you start wasting money, right, to try things out. But two, you don't ever make a decision. You don't ever become sure of the product. We need and we want to know right off the bat, hey, I got the equipment. What are the things that I need to know right now, right? 5-hour masterclass, great. But what's the 30-minute masterclass? What's the 10-minute masterclass? So when I get this machine in, I plug it up, turn it on, I can be able to print my stuff out. I can be able to marry it. What's the perfect paper? Give me the best case scenario. Give me the one solution that works on everything unless it doesn't work on this thing. So what I mean by that is, give me the paper formula, the A sheet, B sheet formula that I can use on 95% of the things that I'm gonna be making, right? When it comes to t-shirts. Now, give me the one piece of paper or A, B sheet that I can use when it's gonna come down to hard surfaces. If I gotta look at 16 things and now I gotta test 16 things to figure out what's the best one, and I gotta do that for t-shirts, I gotta do that for hard surfaces, it just becomes one of those things that's overwhelming, right? A lot of these salespeople out here probably wowed you into all of these things that you can actually do with it, but they never, ever, ever, and at least I haven't seen it, they have not tied it back into a business model. And that is where I'm gonna come in, and that's my plan for this piece of equipment, right? My immediate use, one-off shirts, quick things that are gonna come through the shop, but then we wanna open it up, and I'm gonna bring in a lot of other people who love white toner. We're gonna look at their business models, how they're using it, you know, how they're doing awards, how they're selling it, And those things are the things that I think are gonna make it relatable to us and figure out if it is a valuable piece of equipment for us to have in our shops. So let's turn this around now that we got it all done. And the conversation is kind of out of the way. So this is the 650. It's not as big as I expected it to be coming out of that big box that I had to lug around. Got some pieces to put away and plug into it, I'm pretty sure. And in here, we have our papers. So we are starting with, these are our craft papers for the Marion. We are starting with Ultra Select Bright 2-step paper. And that is the B sheets. And this is the A sheets. And this one here is textile transfer paper. And this is the B sheet. So we got two different forms, ultra bright, and then we got textile transfer paper in there. And this here is our T-seal, which is for finishing out our actual garments once they're actually pressed up. All right, so what's inside the box? We got the machine, rather heavy, but still kind of light in comparison to everything going on here. We have our transformer. We got some other parts, our power cords, our ProRip software right here, which is gonna be our dongle so we can have it actually run on our machine. Unfortunately, at the moment, it doesn't work on Mac, but I hear there is a way to get it running on Mac. Now, for everybody out there who wants to try white toner, okay, but you don't wanna get a $4,000 560, you don't want to get an $8,000 650 or $10,000 or $12,000 800. We are going to be converting a desktop model, maybe around $300 or so, white toner printer, rather a toner printer, into a white toner printer that you could probably get started for somewhere less than 600 bucks now, and you can kind of get a white toner machine for under that price tag. If you want that video and you watched it thus far in this video, go down in the comments down and let me know you're looking forward to converting, put convert white toner printer, and we will get to that. So that's gonna be all for this video. We got it out the box, it's unboxed. You can see it right here. It is beautiful. We're gonna get this thing a full go. And if you have one and you're struggling with it, let me know down in the comments. If you were planning on getting one, let me know down in the comments. Keep all the other stuff to yourself. We really don't care anymore, okay? So if you've never had one, love you, but I don't care to hear from you. I'm here in this video, like I said early on, for the people who have already purchased this machine and aren't using it to its full capabilities. That's the direction I'm going with this thing here. Now, I got a lot of shirts to print, so I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. This has been your boy Stan Basement T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace.
The T-Shirt Side Hustle team would like to give a huge shout out to its contributing members.